answering questions and talking. Truthfully, I didn't really feel like Garth and Burial, okay? I didn't really feel like recording today. Been doing a lot of videos, a lot of research now. It's just decided to take the day off from recording and posting, so I figured, you know, I could. By the way, I'm not playing, I'm just simulating, but I felt like I could at least meet y'all in the middle and live stream a Q&A, so we're gonna watch some random battles, and I will answer questions and talk to y'all for a little bit. Gara beats Anakin because of sand. That is terrible. Havoc, I refuse to answer that. How you doing, Omni Madara? As far as rereading Shippuden, I'm currently in the War Arc. Been flying through it. Akatsuki video will be out tomorrow. Obviously, Hidan's the strongest in the Akatsuki, but after the video, I will be doing Jedi Council vs. Akatsuki. What's up, Super Sentry? Not gonna judge you for liking the lamest character in Marvel. Can I unban you, Bertha? No. Johnny Sins vs. Marvel. Johnny Sins is a real person, I'm pretty sure, so he wins. Why won't I answer your versus battle? Because it's about two characters no one cares about, Havoc. That's why. What's up, Solar Warrior? Good to see you. Baki versus all of Kengan Omega. I haven't read Baki, so I can't answer that. What do you think about Dante versus Kratos? I haven't scaled Dante, so I don't want to answer that. I just don't know what he scales to, so. Oh, that's not nice about Sentry. You sound like a Sentry fan. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Omega Shin. Hello, Emperor Nerd. I know you're a Star Wars fan. Nice to see you. Luffy versus Aaron. I know who Luffy is. I haven't scaled him. I don't know who Aaron. Is that confirmation that nobody cares about Tekken? I thought the numbers would tell you that, but yeah. Black Bolt versus Post-Crisis Superman. Superman would destroy him. DMC Productions put him at Universal. Kratos would kill Dante. Alright. Dataro versus Isis. Dataro would wash. Gino, love your Star Wars content. I appreciate it. I'm trying to do a little more. At least fun Star Wars videos. Could Darth Nihilus defeat Superman? Absolutely not. Aaron from Attack on Titan. I don't know. Unicorn, Transformer Comics. I think you meant Unicron versus Trigon. Trigon would one-shot. Omega Shenron versus Nightmare from Soul Calibur. Haven't scaled Omega. I'll ask Chuck about that. Definitely haven't scaled Soul Calibur. Goku versus Naruto. Goku would win. Shield Gorath versus Cthulhu. I haven't scaled Cthulhu. That's very hard to answer given I haven't scaled it. Now, if someone recommends a really good battle, I probably won't give my take on it just because I would prefer to save it for a video if it's really fire. How strong is Mori Dan? Mori Dan, not in his prime form, Mori Dan. I'm not sure. After watching Ultimate Crisis 2, who do you think would win? Classic Strange versus Constantine. If Constantine didn't have prep, I personally feel like Strange would wash him. Black Adam versus Thor, depends on the version. Spider-Man 616 versus Sage Mode Naruto. Ooh, that's a pretty good matchup. Sakura versus All of Fiction. Sakura's a woman, so it answers itself. Please debunk Danko, DCEU, Superman vs. MCU, Thor. Who did he say win? Because Thor stomps. Naran vs. Classic Doctor Strange. Naran at the height of his powers probably wins. Superboy Prime vs. Worthy Silver Surfer. I'd have to go back and scale that. How strong is Origins armor? Pretty strong. There's different arguments for that series. I have to go back and look at my notes. Is that sexism? It's not sexism if it's the truth. Oh my god, you're so mad. Superman will win. I don't know what you're referring to. Are you talking about DCEU? What feats does Superman have in DCEU? Because Thor definitely fought someone that absorbed a power that was going to wipe out the universe. So if you've got Universal DCEU Superman, by all means pull up. But I doubt you do, so we'll move on. Mordru versus Classic Doctor Strange. Haven't scaled Mordru. Truth versus Lies. Lies probably win. Which character in DC Comics would Nihilus be compared to? Like a solar system level character. Thor MCU versus Captain Marvel MCU. Decent matchup. No, I don't want to save the battle. How powerful is Star Wars compared to Naruto? Star Wars definitely slaps when it comes to the high tiers. Sarada? What the hell was that? Sasuke? Oh wait, that's his daughter. Okay. Current Thor versus current Superman. In your opinion, who's the most tragic Star Wars character? Probably Anakin. Sage Mode Sensory versus Spidey Sense. Sage Mode can also... Well, no, actually, that's KCM1. I don't know, because both can kind of be circumvented. Hulk in the Avengers cartoon held up all of New York. Sup, sir. Hello, Mark Strike. Dormammu versus Darkseid. Darkseid should win. Could you power scale JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Isn't that where they all wear, like stripper clothes? I'm not gonna power scale a bunch of guys in stripper clothes. PS4 versus Xbox. PS4 slaps. No cap, definitely wasn't convinced in the MCU Universal thing. Okay, well, I'll explain that, sure. So in several guidebooks, it blatantly states that the stones all have universal range. In fact, Thor, in a peek into the universe, said the Reality Stone alone, or it was either Reality or Stone, could completely decimate the universe itself. It was stated in Thor Dark World that the ether, when used, would not only just blatantly destroy stars, it would blatantly destroy the universe. It had a universal level effect. If you join my Discord, I can send you that. And Malekith completely absorbed that power, and Thor went toe-to-toe with him. So that's blatantly universal. I like how people accept like one or two claims from DCEU and thinks it's like savage, but you know, you bring up a legitimate claim from MCU, it's an outlier. Like, Jesus, fall back. Power scale CJ from San Andreas, he does go hard, especially with cheat codes. I was having a debate with someone and I'm trying to prove Nihilus could beat Supes. Just say Nihilus passively drains him. If you're debating an idiot, you'll win. What do you think of the recent death battle? I didn't see the recent death battle. I don't watch the death battle that much. By the way, if it seems like comments have frozen, I'll get my phone. Soulfire Darkseid versus Regulator Thanos. Depends how you scale both. I haven't scaled Regulator Thanos yet. Who's the strongest female character in Star Wars? Abeloth, easy. Galactus Not Hungry in Harder Universe Thanos for Soulfire, Darkseid, and Anti-Monitor. I gotta go back and scale Soulfire Darkseid. I've seen like 5 or 6 Transcendences for to the source tier, so it depends, at least legitimacy wise. So I'm gonna go through and scale DC myself because I think a lot of these power scalers are idiots. God of High School versus Baki versus Kingen. I don't think Baki has any Outerversal arguments. I know my lawyer found Outerversal arguments for God of High School, so probably God of High School. Iron Fist versus Guy Who. Hulk MCU versus Juggernaut Fox, probably Hulk. But there is the quotes in the Fox movie that he scales to the comics. So, played any Final Fantasy? No, I have not. Who's the better writer, DC or Marvel? It depends, probably consistency-wise, DC, but I've always liked Marvel. Mike Guy, Iron Fist would wash him. Beerus versus Odin. Odin slaps, that's not funny. How is Marvel overrated? Like, who overrates Marvel? I think the fanboys are equally stupid on each side. Power Scale Assassin's Creed, I used to play it. Yeah, Mike Guy from Naruto gets washed by Iron Fist for sure. Lucifer Morningstar versus Sandman. I mean, If you're referring to Dream verbatim stated Lucifer would wash him in the Sandman run, so two swords versus sword and shield, that's a funny question. Depends who's wielding them, I guess. If you're fighting an idiot, you can probably beat him barehanded, so depends on the user. Beerus versus Hungry Galactus. I haven't fully scaled Dragon Ball, so it's not necessarily a fair question for me to answer. Probably Beerus though. Palpatine Dark Empire versus all of Naruto. Yeah, Palpatine stop it. Featherine versus Fiction, never scaled Featherine. Batman Arkham versus Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man PS4 actually goes hard. I was playing it earlier. It's not that bad. He low-key kills people because I accidentally kicked someone off a roof. That dude definitely died, so. Name 3 characters that Sasuke can beat in Marvel. Punisher, Spider-Man, pretty easily, and who's like a decent character where we don't laugh at him for beating him. Black Panther, I'll say Black Panther. Choji, okay. Sai, alright. 2 uninteresting characters. Juggernaut versus Ghost Rider, depends. Because Ghost Rider's a jobber, but if you activate Zarathos, it's a problem. You can't kill people in Spider-Man PS5, PS4. Okay, Joe, bro, let me tell you something. I kicked a guy off the roof of a 20-story building. If you want to tell me the regular humans in that game can tank that, sure, but I doubt it. First of the Fallen versus Mephisto, probably First of the Fallen. Hidan versus Orochimaru, Hidan, stop it. Spider-Man PS4, when you kick them off, they get webbed to the building. Definitely did not see that guy get webbed to the building. If he got webbed to the building, he's a reality warper, because I was nowhere near him after I kicked him. Palpatine versus Hagoromo, which Palpatine? CJ with cheat codes versus Black Panther. If I'm using CJ, I'd wash him. Thor just doesn't have Zeus feats yet. Which Thor are you talking about? Darkseid versus Trigon. I'd like to read up on them more before I decide. Probably Trigon. Midnighter versus Karate Kid. Definitely Midnighter. What's up, CN05? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would lose. If a character becomes a universe and space-time continuum, and do they have infinite, measurable, or omnipresent speed? Should be immeasurable. Who's your favorite Marvel character? Ooh, I don't know. Probably Apocalypse is up there. I like Punisher Max. It's one of my favorite runs. I don't know, that's a difficult question. Palpatine, Dark Empire, washes Naruto, stop it. Facebook versus Twitter. Facebook has extreme longevity, so probably them. Drivers, Pain if Dry wasn't caught off guard. Pain. Who's the strongest mythological character you know? Definitely Laurent. Isn't Nihilus universal? No. They said he potentially one day, if he kept growing in power unimpeded, could reach Universal, but he never did reach Universal. Obviously, if he reached Universal, he would have absorbed the universe, because that's all he wanted to do. Water versus Milk, Water stomps. Tron Juggernaut versus Superboy Prime, probably. Yeah, Superboy Prime. Post-Crisis Superman versus World War Hulk. Post-Crisis. Mike Tyson versus Iron Fist. Mike's real, so Mike stomps. Pizza versus Burger. Pizza. Odin versus Darkseid, depends on versions. Batman Hellbat suit versus Thanos, depends on the Thanos. What's your 10 out of the 10 comic book? Preacher. Preacher was amazing. Jason Aaron's Punisher Max was a 10 out of 10 too. Blade vs. Deathstroke? Deathstroke. Multi-Sun Dipped Superman vs. Cosmic Thor, that's kind of vague. Like, Sun Dips affect him differently depending on the writer and iteration. Like here's one thing I have an issue with people power scaling is when they say, oh, Post-Crisis Superman's out of Versal. Like, why? Because he has like a handful of Outerversal feats. Does that completely negate hundreds to thousands of feats that say otherwise? Alright. Like, your guys' acceptance of consistency is very weird. Like, my debates, people in debates only ask me for 3 examples, but my characters had hundreds of examples. So if they truly asked me for a statistical average of what they're capable of, I'd be screwed, because it's definitely not the level I'm appealing to most of the time. That's just the honest truth about most comic book characters. Hate it or love it, it's whatever, but if you think a character having 3 feats at Outerversal makes them consistently Outerversal, I can't help you. Looks like comments have frozen, so let me go ahead and get my phone so I can read the comments. Let me pull it up while we pick new battle. Sasuke again, 5 Kage Summit versus Sasuke. We're not doing a Sasuke versus Sasuke, that's stupid. Naruto, okay. Ino, okay. Alright, let's pull up this. Alright. Let's look at the Q&A. Do you know how many people underestimate Star Wars Legends as a whole? No, that's a weird thing to know the answer to. Top 5 hated characters in Naruto. That's a long list. Burger, Stomp, Pizza, get out of here. That's why he'll never be successful. Havoc. Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Probably Hawkeye. Could a Jedi doing the battle meditation amp change a fight from a spite to a win? Yes. Wonder Woman, Witching Hour versus Rune King Thor. I heard Witching Hour is crazy, so probably Witching Hour. Mongol versus Apocalypse. Probably Mongol. Worthy Surfer versus Super. Super what? Deathstroke versus the Boys universe. Definitely Deathstroke. MCU Thanos versus DC Superman. MCU Thanos would bop. Rune King Thor versus Murder Sentry. I don't know the feats of Murder Sentry, so probably Rune King. New Zealand versus Australia. Well, a lot of people think Australia is not even real, so gotta go with New Zealand. Who are the top 10 strongest characters in God of High School? I don't know off the top of my head, but King's up there, Monkey King's up there, Dawi King version's up there, Pandora's pretty strong. Yeah. Let's see. Worthy Surfer versus Soups. Magneto versus Madara. Ooh, probably Magneto. Twitch versus Mixer. Don't know where Mixer is. Are you looking forward to Bleach anime coming back? No, I heard that manga is trash, and I haven't even tried to watch it. Stargirl versus CW Cringe. Never heard of Stargirl as far as a show. My friend ran into someone saying Itachi would bop Minato. Tell them to fall back. Coronavirus versus Black Death Plague, definitely the Plague. Zarathos versus the Void. Ooh, probably the Void. Hisoka versus Orochimaru. I don't know who Hisoka is. You've never had a good burger? Stop it. That's not facts, actually. I've had Guy Fieri's burger. It's amazing. Sasuke versus Anakin pre-Vader. Depends on which Anakin. Punisher versus Red Hood. Probably Red Hood. This man said deep dish. I'm done. What do you know about Supreme from Image Comics? I don't think I know anything. Weakest Jedi that could use the Green Lantern ring. Probably that little youngling that asked Anakin if he was there to help them. How powerful is Kenshiro? Don't know who that is, unless you're talking about the fist guy, but I don't know. Hippo versus Raft. Hippo stomps. Kakashi Part 1 versus MCU Captain America. Ooh, probably Part 1 Kakashi. Corona versus Spanish Flu. Spanish Flu did the numbers. San Andreas Ballas versus Saint Rose. Saints stomp, dude. Saints were so about it. Such a good game. Favorite anime? Ooh, favorite anime. I haven't watched any anime. I've read more mangas than I've seen anime. So I don't know. Surfer versus Lantern, depends. Surfer's a jobber though, so probably Lantern. Top 10 best fighters in DC and Marvel: Shang-Chi, Karate Kid, Batman, Catman, Iron Fist. There's several. 2 Superman versus Hippo. Hippo stomps. Zatanna, John Constantine, and Raven. Well, Constantine gets any prep, he's slapping a lot of people. Are the ones out of versatile? Depends on how you argue it. Chuck Norris versus John Cena, definitely Chuck. CW Arrow versus DCEU Batman, Arrow. You disrespected Deep Dish, I'm unsubscribing, go ahead. MCU Captain America versus DCU Batman, Cap. He can't keep up with Minato. Minato is like retardedly fast. Hellboy versus Ben Grimm. Thanks Stomps, obviously. Madara versus Doomfist. I can't tell if that's a serious question. Favorite franchise? I don't know. Cosmic Armor Superman versus Cthulhu. I don't scale Cthulhu. Do you read light novels? No, but I'm writing one. God, Brainiac versus True Darkseid. Don't know. GTA 4 versus Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 stomps. Archie Sonic versus Average Human. Human stomps. Guts from Burke versus Ryan from... I've never read Berserk. I heard it's never going to finish, so don't even bother reading it. Because I'll be mad it didn't finish. Hulk versus Kratos. Hulk. Ray Show. I think you meant Ra's al Ghul versus Iron Fist. Iron Fist. DCEU General Zod versus MCU Thanos. Thanos slaps. Constantine versus Dormammu. Constantine with prep. Hippo versus everything. Hippo. Terry Crews versus Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, stop it. From 1 to 10, how happy were you when Justin Gaethje won the belt? An absolute 1. Hulk versus Kratos. Hulk. Minato versus Quicksilver. Quicksilver, obviously. Arkham Batman versus MCU Cap and Black Panther. From what I remember, Cap and Panther should wash him. Can you make a Green Lantern versus Alien X video? Sounds toxic. Can anyone in King and beat Batman in a fair fight? No. Why do you think Iron Fist is stronger than Naruto? Because he is, dude. He punched the hell out of Cosmic Ghost Rider, who scaled above Galactus. So fall back, homie. He has the power of Shao-Lao the Undying, one of the 5 gods that includes the likes of Phoenix Force. So yeah, I'd definitely say he can hit harder than anyone in Naruto. Homelander versus Brightburn. Alex Mercer versus Spider-Man. I don't know. MCU Abomination versus Juggernaut Deadpool 2. Like I said, it's tricky with Juggernaut because they imply it's the comic book version. Archie Sonic is multiversal. No one cares. Prep Time Constantine versus Batman. Probably Constantine. Will you do a video on why Hulk wins? No. Dante versus Spawn. Like I said, I don't scale Dante. But Spawn should slap. Spawn has some great scaling. Dwayne Johnson versus Bruce Lee. I don't know. Probably Dwayne. Give him that elbow drop. Galactus versus Trigon. Probably Trigon. Connor would destroy Justin Gaethje. Thoughts on Justice League Apocalypse War? Haven't seen it yet. I'm considering watching it with my server. Vin Diesel with The Rock. The Rock. God Emperor Doom versus all Celestials. Probably Doom. Strongest chi user in fiction besides DBZ. Iron Fist is stronger than DBZ when he uses his full chi. Do you think Knights of the Old Republic will return? Yes. Tony Ferguson or Nate Diaz? Who would win in a fight? Probably Ferguson. But I lost faith in Ferguson and I'm not watching UFC anymore. Orion versus Hercules. Orion would wash him. PS5 stomps Xbox. Batman with no gear and King Ganastra. How far does he go in the tournament? He'll win it. Drax versus Superboy. Superboy. Well, depends. Old school Drax was OP. Why y'all keep asking about John Constantine? Do you know Dark Schneider? I read the first chapter, thought it was boring and left. Master Chief versus Captain America. Cap. Child Support versus Fiction. Child Support. Nando's. I don't know Nando's. What's the craziest wank you used to believe? Well, if it's wank, I don't believe it, so. Emperor Joker versus God Doom. Probably God Doom. Nero versus Hellboy. Don't know who Nero is. Alucard versus Dio Brando. I read some of Hellsing, but the art was hard to follow. Classic Odin's Outerversal. Oblivion versus Empty Hand. Stupid matchup. Luke Skywalker with Oneness versus Asura's Wrath. Probably Luke. Who's the best prepper in all the comics? Squirrel Girl. Dracula from Castlevania versus Alucard. Hellsing. Decent matchup. Let me go back and read Hellsing. I was reading some of it, but Brainiac versus Ultron. Brainiac. Laurent versus Hippo. Laurent. Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate. Depends what versions. Who's the better fighter between Wonder Woman or Gamora? That's difficult. Probably Wonder Woman by a slight margin. Hellboy versus Doomslayer 2016. I'm not sure. United States Army versus Danko. Well, with the way he scales the army slaps. Chaos King versus Empty Hand. Empty Hands easily win. Empty Hands like the editor. Depends how you scale these characters. Sage Mode, Jiraiya versus Black Panther. Black Panther should be able to take every hit. Spider-Man versus Galactus. Stop. How long have I been streaming? 27 minutes. I'll give you a couple more minutes. I got stuff I'm gonna do tonight. Nathan Drake versus Big Boss. Didn't play the Nathan Drake games. Man on Discord saying Madara beats Yuha. Yuha I think is Bleach, so who cares? Who's a better fighter, MCU Iron Fist or MCU Daredevil? They're about equal. But I think Iron Fist got a lot better in the second season. Colossus versus Luke Cage. Luke Cage beat Doctor Doom, so would Empty Hand beat Oblivion? I'm confused. Help. How about you go read the comics? Red Dead Redemption 2 versus The Last of Us. Red Dead. Daredevil versus Living Tribunal. Stop. Darth Nihilus versus Galactus. Galactus one-shots. Odin versus Phoenix. Phoenix. Who's the best Superman ripoff? Every comic book hero, because they technically all ripped off. Didn't Spider-Man get the Captain Universe suit or something? He's gotten to weird stuff. Constantine versus Lucifer. Definitely Lucifer if we're going with consistency. Jesus Christ, y'all take 2 or 3 feet from Constantine and think that's him all the time. Superboy Prime versus Tryon Juggernaut. Prime should be a little faster. Y'all like forget, I'm pretty sure it was just regular Thor that handled him. Plastic Man versus Martian Manhunter. I like Plastic Man, but probably Manhunter. Dragonborn versus Superman. Of course the Dragonborn. Senator Armstrong versus Taguro. See you later, FBI. Martian Manhunter versus Sentry. Wolverine versus Presence. Wolverine. Tony didn't lose because he didn't have time to prepare. Tony lost because he fought stupid. He just went in there like an idiot. Why is he wearing a suit? Anyways, Dream of the Endless versus Hypnos. I don't scale Cthulhu. Stop asking me Cthulhu questions. What character could beat Cosmic Armor? Superman. Literally anyone, because it depends on how you write them. I don't know Pegasus Seiya, so I don't know. Can I stop the GTA 5 train? Is that a meme? I don't know. Trigon versus Darkseid. I already said I think Trigon probably. Where would I put EU loot compared to Marvel? Skyfather tier. Steel versus War Machine. Steel. Have you read the comic where Plastic Man beats Martian Manhunter? Yeah, it's just I don't think it's consistent. Composite Corona versus Composite Danko. Corona. Taskmaster versus Deathstroke. Grapple Droid versus Magna Guard. Magna Guard stomps a lot of people in Star Wars. Iron Man versus Trigon. Stop. Key Power Scale Mortal Kombat. Probably not. Doomsday versus Lobo. That's a tough question. Depends on their duration. Let's see. If it was written, probably Lobo. I think writers would favor Lobo narratively. I think we're going to bring this to the end. 30 minutes Q&A. If you want more of these, make sure to hit the like button. Tell all your boys and girls, I don't care if girls subscribe, tell them to subscribe to me. Anyways, I will see y'all later. Watch the video tomorrow.